My name is Larry Shockey. You know, I am from Missouri. Now I live in Arkansas, believe it or not. And I started my turkey hunting. Who in here is 9 years old? Any 9-year-olds? That's the age that I started turkey hunting. That's the age that I started hiding my clothes at the bus stop. And whenever by the time the bus would get over the hill, I was done gone.
Yeah, my man, there he is. Yeah.
You know, that went on for about 2 weeks before I finally got caught. And I got suspended from school for 2 days. And that just, well, you know what happened then. I got grounded.
2 more days of turkey hunting.
That's right. The reason is, I was raised up in a guiding family. Not hunting, fishing. My grandfather and dad worked for the Corps engineers that built Bull Shoals Lake, the Theodosia Arm. They both made their living guiding on that lake. And they hunted, but none of them ever turkey hunted. What got me really fired up about turkeys is seeing that gobbler, like this one right here. One morning, you know, on a school bus, I seen him fuzzed up out there around them hens. And it just, seeing that, it kind of put me in mind of a Volkswagen with the doors open. You ever see them? And I asked questions. Dad didn't know nothing about it. So it evolved from there, the curiosity. I started hiding my clothes, going on. Then turkeys started gobbling in February and January. I was gone. Like that. I was gone. I wanted to see what kind of animal was making that noise. And I found him.
You didn't look like Jake either, did he?
Huh?
You didn't look like Jake either, did he?
You know, well, it put goosebumps on me just like that did. I can tell you that. What this turkey done to me was started a infection that just drove me nuts. My grades went down whenever the turkey started gobbling. They went down, and I had to learn. So when I started encountering these animals, first thing I found out was this little thing right here. See that? Can see you changing your mind.
Yes, he can.
Okay? That little booger right there can hear you thinking about it. So I found out real quick that the more that I could camouflage myself, the better off I was. I didn't have, at that time, stuff like this to hide my face. I didn't have stuff like that to hide my fingers. I had dirt and just the natural colored clothing that I could find. Nowadays, turkey hunters, what we've got to play with is just unreal. But that turkey can still see you. What I found out again is his eyes, he can see you, but calling the turkey, you always hear, you don't have to be a good caller to call turkeys, which is true. But the better turkey caller you are, the more turkeys you're going to look at in today's hunt. I would go out and I would film all my other buddies. I'd go out in the mornings, and I'm growing up, I'm a young teen now, and you'd hear in February and March, turkeys gobbling everywhere, and all of a sudden you'd hear, boom, somebody killing one. I wasn't killing these turkeys. I wasn't violating the law. What I was doing was carrying a recorder. Every turkey that I called up, I recorded. I would take that sound home in a basement, and I'd take my turkey calls apart, re-stretch them, and recut them to get the pitches, because one thing that aggravated me to death about turkey hunting is if I'm sitting there calling this bird, and he's gobbling, and he's drumming, little noises like that, and we'll get into that later. And I'm hearing that, and all of a sudden you hear a little hen back over on the other side go to yelping. And that turkey immediately would gobble. And he'd leave me. That made me mad. Because I'd have to get up, and I'd have to try to get over there and reposition, because turkey hunting is a chess game. It's a game of moves. You never want to be in a position where you can't move. Where if you're low and that turkey comes up high, and you're down here and he's looking down at you, you can't move. You are jacked in, you can't do nothing. But when he'd do that, gobble at her, it'd make me mad. What is it? Why ain't my call doing that? That's why I took the calls apart and started re-stretching. That's why when you go into a store nowadays and you see a wall of turkey calls, you see all different kinds with different pitches and different tones. That's where I started at, and it evolved through time. You know, as I got older, I started calling contests, and to be frankly, when I'd walk up on stage, I'd become a bundle of nerves.